Every single trader were bearish yesterday because of a bearish trend that we had over the past week. But what I saw on the order flow right before the session opened flipped my bias bullish, and this is why I got a 4-hour trade in the first 20 minutes. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I find where the strongest market participants are positioned so I can trade with the direction that they want to trade. Imagine that you're coming to your chart and you are seeing a clear bearish trend like this, and this was actually yesterday's price action. I would assume that when you're looking at this, you would say that yes, we are bearish and we should just continue sell in a bearish market, right? But imagine if there was a specific hint from a specific area that told you that strong buyers have now entered the market and this is likely the lowest point of this trend and we should shift higher. Imagine how much of an edge that would be in your trading. And in this video, I will show you exactly how I understood that this was happening, and I actually took a buy trade 10 minutes into the session. I will show you right here where I took the buy trade. I took my buy trade right here 10 minutes into the session open, and I closed it at this high for a 4.5 and almost 5 hour. I actually hold it a little bit more than this high, so it just gave me a little bit a higher push up to 5 hour. But I will show you exactly why I took this buy trade and what was the contextual clues for me to take a buy into a bearish trending market, because something very specific happened at these lows. And something very specific happened inside of this week. The thing is, by looking at the candlesticks, you won't be able to see it. And this is why we have to dive deeply into the volume profile and order flow to see exactly what happened, where, and put the pieces of the puzzle together. Because when we trade like this, we can literally see where the institutions are being positioned inside of the market. And this is the power of trading with the volume profile and understanding order flow. So without further ado, let's look at why I flipped my contextual analysis to bull when the market was trending so much lower. So a very important key factor here is, where is this low coming from? So for that, if I just place a white line here and we go to the left, and this is, by the way, the M5 chart on the E-mini futures, go to the left right here, I see that these lows tapped into this area of demand. And what is this? You don't know, right? Even I don't know, because I'm looking at the candlesticks. But something specific was happening at these lows, and I will show you this very soon, that was telling me that there is a large institution buy limit order resting here. So therefore, if we are at this same price point, there is a high likelihood that this large participant want to buy more. Okay. So with that being said, let's jump into 𝗧𝗛𝗓 so I can show you everything and why I took the buy trade yesterday in a very bearish market. So now we are in 𝗧𝗛𝗓, which is the professional order flow software that I use. And this is a very great software. And one of the biggest cheat code about this software, that it has an indicator that if you're gonna use one indicator in your life, it's this one. It's called the big trades. And the big trades is literally just showing us when a large participants come into the market. So as you see at this low, we do have a lot of big trades. Okay. So we have 838 of sellers. Okay. So someone came into the market and sold with a market sell order for 838. And then we got 425 above that. So if someone is selling so much, why is price going up? There is only one answer to that. It is because right here at these lows, at this price point, you won't be able to see the price point, but it's 6,817. At this general area, we have some institution that are willing to buy. How? With a buy limit order. So this is why someone is pressing market sell, but a buy limit order is absorbing them. So that's step number one. That is clue number one. Okay. So is this important if this happens in a random place? It can, but that is why you need to develop the context behind it. Okay, so this is happening at around, if we have a price point, around 6,814 to, let's say, 821. So going to the left, we have to see what area is this coming from. As I said, it can't be at a random area. It must be at the area where institutions have conducted their business prior. So for that, we have to look to the left. So now I just rewinded the chart to the 18th of December. And keep in mind, this is from 1 month ago, slightly above 1 month and a few days ago. So we see at these lows, the lows that I was showing you on TradingView, that there is a lot of sell orders coming in, but the result of all of this selling is that the market quickly went higher. There is only one thing that can do this, and that is a buy limit order, all right? Which is also called a bid. So with that being said, this just shows that there is a large buyer inside of this area that is willing to buy, all right? And as you see, he kept buying here, and then he lost this opportunity because the market this day actually rallied a lot, and this was the last time we were at these price points. So when you're seeing that bearish market coming in, so imagine that we do have a very strong buyer in this general area. Large institutions don't buy on the tick, they buy at a general price points, all right? So when you see that bearish trend coming into a very strong passive buyer in this case, it is a very good idea to look for clues if that passive buyer is still present or not, right? So, and that was the clues that we saw on the last chart. Let's go back. Let's mark this level and let's go back. So if I just mark this level with this box, we can even turn it white just for the sake of it. This is an area of demand. This is where buyers are willing to buy. And it's clearly obvious. You can clearly see it. And we can even switch to M1 because this will give us more detail. Look at these lows. Look how much selling going on at these lows, but market went higher, okay? So now we have spotted our area on the charts where institutions are active. You wouldn't be able to see it with the candlesticks. And do you understand how powerful it is to correctly read this data? Because what we are going to do now, when I took that buy trade yesterday for a 4-5 hour trade, in the first 20 minutes, I was aligning myself with the strong buyers coming into the market from this specific area that was created 1 month prior. So I hope that you are understanding, you are getting it, how powerful all of this is. So let's go to yesterday's price action. So I'm just gonna wait for it to finish loading because I was in replay mode, but it will finish loading. Yes, there we go. So this is the zone where the buyers were present, right? The passive buyer, the buy limit order, it were present 1 month back at this specific price point. And look at what happens when we come to this area once again. Again, we have 800, 400, a lot of trades coming in and not getting rewarded. These sellers are punching a wall. Imagine that you are selling, you want the market to go lower, right? But what happens? Market goes up. What does it tell me and what does it tell you? That we do have a very strong buyer inside of these price points on the chart. This is where the institutions are positioned. So with that being said, let's go deeper into the details. One thing that I love to say is that when a strong buyer comes into the market, the only participant that can stop him is a strong seller, okay? Now, just to jump in a little bit quickly, if you want to learn from A to Z exactly how I trade, exactly how I use the order flow, volume profile, and auction market theory to catch high probability, high to risk reward trades, you have to join my free school community. Inside of this, if you go to this classroom and the free course, this is a course from A to Z, even with deep backtesting sessions on exactly how I trade. I promise you that if you take this course, this is the last course that you will ever need. If you're still not profitable after this, come back and hit me. It's a super in-depth auction market theory and order flow course. So see you inside. Inside of this leg of price, the only strong seller that I saw was right here and then up here, okay? But as you're seeing, the buyers are pushing and breaking above all of these levels. So it means that the buyer that stepped in here is truly strong. He's not respecting any of these sellers. Okay, so these are contextual clues that you have to put the pieces of the puzzle together. And how you put the pieces of the puzzle together, it is by taking the real interactions between buyers and sellers, using the volume, using the order flow right here and the volume profile. Because literally what the volume profile shows is literally the same thing. It is showing the completed transactions. So at this low, we have a lot of volume. And how do I know that? Look at this. If you draw the volume profile, a lot of volume at these lows. See? So with that being said, let's look what exactly happened. Market rallied, and you can clearly see that we created an area of M5 demand. Okay, and this demand broke very good supplies to the left, and inside of this, and now you will understand why the big trades are so powerful. Look at this: a large buyer comes in. Pre-market, market quickly dropped from this strong seller to the left that I told you. Let's go in. Let's zoom in. The buyer kept buying. Market dropped again. Buyer kept buying. Market dropped again. Buyer kept buying. And this was the point I told myself, okay, we are bearish, but I'm putting the contextual clues together. I know where we are coming from. I'm seeing strong participants, wanting to hold the market or hold the auction higher, I should align myself with them even though the higher time frame context is bearish. So let me show you my Discord. It's not needed to show you the Discord because I was thinking of showing the images that I posted yesterday. We can just watch it right here. So let's break down the same thing, but watching it on the M1. So don't get scared about this. You will see a lot of bubbles. I will explain it deeply to you. Look at this. We have a very strong buyer coming in here. And this was the M5 demand area. Okay, strong buyer coming in here. What is this? 10 minutes before the session opening, we sold off into the strong buyer. Look at this, exactly to him. Do you see it? Sellers failed to push it lower. What does it mean? This buyer is willing to buy. Pretty obvious, right? But keep in mind, higher time frame context is bearish. Market went up to the supply to the left. I actually shorted this top. I got a 2.5 2R or something. I will post a screenshot. I got a very sharp entry right here. I think I might have my stop right here. Market came down and I'm seeing that the sellers are failing. So I actually took it off right here for a 1R profit. So this didn't give me a lot of confidence. Then I'm seeing that the buyers comes in, they push deeper into the seller's supply. So if the seller is strong, we shouldn't go deeper into him, right? It's pretty obvious. I see a buy absorption. I see a failed auction of the buyer. Buyer are not transacting higher. But what gave me confidence into long this, let me remove all of this. What gave me confidence to long this is that when we drop down to this area of demand, once again, this buyer that bought here, he bought here, and now we got the perfect absorption at this low. Went long. I think it was a 5 or 6.4 point something stop loss. Took the market long, target this high, very quick. How many minutes is this? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. And that is the trading day done. And if you just zoom out a little bit, okay, like it's with this data, it's super obvious, right? Strong buyer is positioned here and you're contextually aligning yourself with a strong buyer from 1 month ago, like where you're coming from. This buyer keeps buying, keeps buying, keeps buying. This seller is failing because we are going deeper and deeper into this zone. So looking at this chart action, like looking at this price action, who do you want to align yourself with? Buyers or sellers? Who is the strongest? Of course, the buyers that are pushing the market higher and higher, pushing the pressure higher. And the pressure is the correct term that I like to use. So let's look at this low. Let's look at the footprint confirmation. So if I just place a yellow line right here and we go to Mr. Footprint and we go to this low, let's take this full screen. This is the confirmation that showed me that we should go long. Look at this. We come to this low. We have 15 contracts of sell. We have 266 of sell. Zero interest at trading at these areas. Very low volume. Like no one is showing interest at trading at these lows. Some volume transacted here, mostly sellers, and this we see with the delta of the footprint chart. And then buyer steps in, buyer steps in. So of course, when we get this from a very good area, contextually, we are aligning ourselves with the buyer to the left. I decide to enter long, target this high, and you can clearly see just straight up bullish candle. If I would have held this trade, like I would be a millionaire. I wouldn't be trading anymore, but who knows? When you enter a trade, you don't know. So something like this. Let me actually see exactly how many points of a stop loss I had. So yes, 4 points of a stop. Let's go. 4 points. Target this high. So that was a 4-hour trade. But what I like to do is that, okay, I know that if we break above this high, the sellers that pushed below lower, they're gonna get squeezed. So we can get that small push to the upside. Like it can go very quickly to the upside. And this is why I held it a little bit longer. So what I did, I just removed I clearly see here, I just removed my take profit, which was at this high. So let me just increase this again so you can see. My take profit was at this high. So as you see, as soon as we break above this high, we see a lot of buyers coming in. So this enabled me to, let's see how many points I got more on this. So yes, 1.5 more points just by waiting for this small little squeeze up to the upside. So this is how I took a planned 4R. So of course it wasn't like life changing, but this is how I can squeeze a little bit more of the trades. So imagine this, I was targeting this high for a 4.6R, but now I got 4.5, sorry, not 4.6, 4.06. So I got a half R more just waiting for that small squeeze. And this half hour in the long run, it will actually be like a lot truly. So with that being said, Now you understand some of the contextual bits, some of the contextual puzzles that you can put together in order to see where the institutions are present inside of the market. Of course, you can use the volume profile. Of course, you can do all of that. But understanding where you're coming from, understanding how to read the order flow, understanding which side of the auction is the strongest currently is the biggest possible edge that you can have in the market. So I hope that this video was super informative for you. I hope that you learned a lot. I hope that this is eye-opening, because if you look at the charts, if you look at it from the candlestick perspective, if I just do like this and I remove the big trades, what is this telling you? Does this tell you that this is most likely the lowest point and we should start to shift the trend and go higher? Look at where the market is today. Does this area tell you that? But if I place the big trades, very visible, super visible. So I don't know. Trading can be easy, but you can make it hard. It's up to you. Either way, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and talk to you in the next.